I would like to protect American water and animals. And so what I want to do is I think that it's a bill to raise the prices of sorghum and alfalfa, which is going to make milk more expensive. And there's a cruelty-free component for the chickens. It's going to make eggs more expensive. So part of it, I think, would be $2 a week for every American for milk and $2 a week for every American for eggs. And there's 335 million Americans. So that's for each week, each month, that would come out to about 5.268 or about $5.5 billion a month, plus something for horse owners in the states where alfalfa is especially good for horses. Now, what we do is we say that water can be used to keep alfalfa and sorghum alive, but not just to make it grow. I've seen alfalfa being grown in Imperial County, California, and I think that's silly. I don't think they ought to grow alfalfa in Imperial County or in Arizona, not the southern portion at least. Now, for example, Governor Katie Hobbs in Arizona has told a Saudi Arabian firm that was using a lot of their water that they can't do that anymore. And I think maybe those places could be served by folks in Kansas or Nebraska where there's alfalfa and rain and water. And they can keep their crops alive with the water to protect their seed. But just to make it grow where there is no rain ever, not a good idea. So they can use our water. They should be able and encouraged to use our water to keep their seed alive, but not just to make the alfalfa grow. It seems like a silly use of that groundwater. We have water crises. Now, the benefit in higher alfalfa and sorghum prices, these farmers are often now having to go places and spend $100 on fuel to get $20 worth of water to feed their cattle or to feed their whatever. And so the higher prices on alfalfa and sorghum are going to help these farmers. And I think that hopefully maybe Saudi Arabia could get help with alfalfa and sorghum in places that were in rainforests that they burned down or something. It's very sad, the destruction of the rainforest. But they have that land there now. Maybe they could grow alfalfa there. It's very sad. We don't want the rainforest destroyed. We don't want our water aquifers going to low. So I would think each county department could also stay in communication with the farmers and let them know how full their reservoirs are. So if they're 80% full, then yeah, they can use it to more. But if it's 70% or 60 or 50%, they're aquifers. Some aquifers are a lot lower than that. But those are generally the places where they should be growing alfalfa, is where they have aquifers and where they have water. I don't think they should grow alfalfa in the middle of a 110-degree desert. It may grow fast, but that's not the way it's intended. I think they ought to just grow alfalfa where they get rain that can water it. And sometimes they need to water it to keep it alive, but not just, I agree with Governor Katie Hobbs in Arizona that water shouldn't be used for that. And I think to help cushion the horse owners in those border states that are negatively impacted, they have to buy alfalfa. Usually it's $20, $30 a barrel, or a whatever they call it, bushel. I don't know. And then the cruelty-free component for the animals. We're protecting our animals. Just use what California does and make that nationwide, so that everyone's nice to their chickens. That'll increase egg prices. The alfalfa is going to increase milk prices. So $4 a week subsidy to every American.